Hello again, it's James Taylor here, author of Jazz and Improvised Piano. And in this video we're going to look at how we can provide some really thick, chunky chords in a sort of Oscar Peterson type slow blues. These chords perhaps might accompany a saxophone player, or we perhaps might do them when we're improvising too. Anyway, so what we're going to look at now, we've covered the left-hand chords. So the left hand, for example, for the C, might play, we discussed the 3-7-9 voicing. So the left hand for this, there's the triad there. We've got the 3 at the bottom there, the middle note of the triad. And then relative to the upper C, we can go down 2 steps to find the 7 and up 2 steps to find the D. So that's the left-hand chord that we got for our C7 chord. Now, over the top of this, the right hand can actually play just a simple C major triad sort of thing. We got a C major triad, and we just double the C on top. And if I play both these together, that's the left-hand chord at the bottom and this chord on the top, we get this. Which is a nice, fat jazz sound. It's rather good. Anyway, over the F chord, again, just to recap here, the F chord that we found was actually a 7-3-6 voicing going from the bottom upwards. There's our basic triad, 1-3-5. So 3 is already in the middle. We want a 7-3-6. So instead of 1 at the bottom, we want a 7 at the bottom, which is 2 steps below it. And instead of the 5 at the top, we want a 6, which is 2 steps above that. So now we've got our 7-3-6. That's our chord for the F. So over this then, the right hand can play, well, we played this for the C. If we move these fingers just up here, so the middle notes have gone up a step, we've got an F major triad here and a C on the outside. So we're playing this chord in the right hand. And if we put the 2 chords together, we get this. So the C chord going to the F chord will sound like this. And our third and final chord is the G chord. Well, the left hand has got the same basic voicing as we had for the F. It's a 7-3-6 voicing. Again, here's a G major triad, which provides 1, 3, and 5. We want a 7-3-6. Well, 3 is already in the middle. So the 1 is going to be replaced with a 7, which is 2 steps below it. And the 5 is going to be replaced by a 6, which is 2 steps above it. We've now got our 7-3-6 voicing. So that's what the left hand will play for this. And now then, the right hand here. Well, we played this for the F. If we just take everything up a step, we can see how we got a G major triad here, and we've just doubled the D. So we can play that for our G chord. So the left hand's going to play the F, B, E, and the right hand's going to play this. So those chords there. So that's going to give us this sort of an effect. So if I go around the whole sequence now, which will be printed out in the text below this video, and it's also in the text below all the other Blues for Oscar Lovers videos. Go through the whole sequence, we get this. C major chord, go to F, go to C. 2 Fs, 2 Cs. G, 1 bar, F, 1 bar, and 2 Cs. And then press my the left-hand chords, and I was improvising in the right hand using the various riffs that we discussed in the other videos. Now then, we can also enrich these chords by, well, with the C chord now. We can jump up with the right hand to an octave E flat. And then, of course, we come back down to the F chord for the next bar. Notice that with all these chords, I'm playing a left-hand chord, so it's two C, well, a C and a C. And then I'm playing another C chord in the left hand underneath this E flat. And then we start the bar of F. So we land on the F chord here, and the left hand, of course, will land on the F chord here at the same time. And again. And we can actually jump to that E flat at just about sort of any point in the first two lines of the sequence. The third line has got this interesting sort of thing, G to the F. We can sort of slide down from the G to the F. We've got this chord in the right hand, and we might go down from these Ds on the outside to a D flat, then to the F chord. So we got. So the left hand plays the G chord under all that, and that as well, still a G chord, and then an F chord under that. So this is what you get. And then back to the C chord again. So that second bit there will sound like this. This is jumping to the E flats in between the big fat chords. And of course you can play that while there's a bass player or a bass sort of walking underneath it. So you can practice these chords now by going to the part 3 of the Blues for Oscar Lovers, in which I provide a bass line. So yeah, having studied these chords now, go to part 3 and practice those chords over the bass line. Have fun.